Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 80s Flophouse Podcast. My name's Richie. I'm here with the infamous and spooky Flophouse crew, Dusty, Tony, Ryan, and Jimmy. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello.
So happy Halloween, and thank you to our listeners for joining us. It's the great time of year, fall weather, candy in the house, lots of great horror movies on TV. So back in the 80s, we ran wild. We got into a lot of candy and got into a lot of trouble. So now that we're old men with families of our own, let's see if those crazy days are behind us or if there's a glimmer of hope for fun ahead. So let's carve a pumpkin, steal all the Reese's out of the candy bowl, bury a few skeletons in the yard, and push some back in the closet. Let's celebrate Halloween. Let's go, guys.
Yay.
On.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Hi. How are you?
Good, man.
Really good.
Good week. Boys came over and we did a little pumpkin painting this week. It's fun.
We saw that, Tony. You
A
did a
little
good
different.
job.
Sent you guys some
Nice.
pictures.
Nice butt.
You like that, Jimmy? Ran out of white paint.
Let me just describe Tony's pumpkin real quick. It's brown. He got the color of a football, like spot on. It's exactly the right color. But he ran out of white paint, so he just had one slit. No crosshatch of the
No laces.
no laces.
You should have heard all the inappropriate jokes thrown my way that night from everybody here at home. It's quite fun.
That was just so close, Tony. You just almost nailed it.
Good times.
So no carving, just painting.
Yeah, well, last year we carved and, for some reason the pumpkins just like, I don't know if it's nowadays the pumpkins aren't as good as they were back in the 80s, but they all got like molded and mildewed and like collapsed and gross on the front porch. So we decided just to go with the paint style, and each of us picked a sport, and we did a golf ball and a football and a sports team and just had fun with it.
See, that's what's happening, Tony. It's like maybe it's because they don't make pumpkins like they used to in the 80s, but now the carvings turned into painting. Like what happened to like all the ER visits and stuff? Like,
I know. Jeez.
Well, Tony, and it was probably like 95 degrees out, and you have this pumpkin sitting outside.
Yeah.
So it just kind of rotted in a day and a
Sun
half.
beating down on it. Yeah.
That might, I don't know about pumpkin quality, but that might be a reason.
Could be.
I had a good fall break. Went over to southern Utah, went to St. George, went to Bryce Canyon, rented some electric. They have like electric paths, or electric road, or I guess they're bicycle paths, but they're for electric bikes too, through the national parks nowadays. It's crazy. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Rather than driving and waiting in line, I was watching the cars lined up to get in the national parks. I'm just zooming by, woo, going down the national park and drive right up to the cliffs, and it's amazing. Except for the part where I flew over the handlebars, but it was pretty good.
That's what I was just going to ask. I thought I saw you go over the handlebars, right?
Yeah, I did.
Next time will be a hover round. Because you can't ride the bike and film at the same time.
You need to get one of those head cameras, Ryan.
I know. I need one of those.
GoPro headgear.
Yeah. And I was hiking too, and I think I need better hiking shoes because I fell, and it was a little cliff. I would say it's a big cliff, probably 50 feet, and I slipped, and I just thought I would stop, but I kept sliding. And I took a shortcut, so no one was with me. Like I said, I'll meet you guys, and I'm like on the edge. It's like,
anybody?
up. My wife's like, we can't take you anywhere. You're falling off bikes. You're falling down cliffs. I was like, oh my gosh, I know what's going on. Anyway, good
I
times.
think they make racks for those rascals you could put on the back of your car.
Yeah, that's it.
Ryan gets a rascal.
Oh my goodness.
I had an eventful weekend. My youngest son, my baby boy, got married.
Oh yeah.
On Saturday.
Congrats.
Yeah. Congrats.
Nice outdoor ceremony, and sun went down, and they had the little string lights everywhere. It was really nice.
Awesome.
Have you guys seen pictures of Dusty's son that got married? He looks just like Dusty. Like Exactly. Like he's a mini me of Dusty. It's insane. Like it looked like Dusty was getting married.
Back when my hair was dark.
But yeah.
Why are you making fun of
Minor
his son right now? That's not cool.
Yeah, he just got married. I mean, cut him some slack.
Yeah.
God, like
Jeez.
roast him right now. What is this, viewer mail?
Yeah, he's
For
here on the
Dustin's son.
podcast tonight, Ryan.
Man, that's harsh.
No, they're handsome kids, boys. Dusty and that made it sound bad. No, good. No, it made it sound different. I'm talking about Dusty and his son, not Dusty's son and who he got married to. That was a female. Anyway, stop, right? Just stop. Sorry.
Congratulations, Dusty.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Your boy and his new
It was
bride
great.
and your
The
new
picture was
daughter-in-law.
neat. Super neat.
Then I met up with Ryan on Monday night in Thailand.
Yeah. Ty, yeah.
There you go.
We went
Apparently
to
Ryan's losing his vision now too, because we're sitting there at the table. Ty is waving his arms in the air, and Ryan doesn't see us. So
Well,
we get to the point where Ty goes, "Just put your head down, look the other way." And we did, and Ryan's just walking right on by.
And I hear somebody say, "Ooh." And they're right there. But I was looking down the road because I didn't see Hula's. I just saw like some other place with tiki torches. But yeah, that was good times. Good times.
You guys took a great photo. We'll splash that up on the video podcast.
All right, nice. That sounds good. But yeah, good times. Nice to be in Phoenix. Beautiful weather here, and man, it's beautiful. It's really nice. Super nice weather.
Yeah. My week is pretty boring. I'm in the middle of switching jobs, so I'm finishing out the term I have with this current contract and moving on to something new. So I'm pretty excited for next week.
Oh, next week's the new gig, huh?
Yeah, no break. Starting Monday.
You got to take like a month between jobs, Rich. That's when I got all my time off.
They'll give you a severance package when you quit.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Rich quiet quit and said the quiet part out loud.
Whoops. Yeah. So that's it. So you guys want to get into the episode?
Let's do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
This episode's sponsor is Saddleback Portable X-Ray. If you're unable to get to the doctor or imaging center and your physician requests you to have an in-home X-ray, visit us on our website at Saddleback Portable X-Ray. Saddleback Portable X-Ray has been serving Southern California since 1968. If you're a large hospital or a surgery center and require imaging equipment on a temporary basis, we also have lease programs available to fit your operational needs. We'll see you at Saddleback Portable X-Ray. Ryan, let's talk about Halloween.
Let's do that, Rich. You know what? The first topic we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about our growing up, like the costumes we chose growing up. So what were some monumental costumes that you had growing up? Some of your favorites that just like, wow, you're so excited to get into and wear, and then you just blew people's socks off. Do you have one, Tony?
Well, I should have. You know, Rich, you go first because I don't want to steal your thunder because we had something very similar.
Yeah, that's true. My favorite Halloween costume from, well, this is even before the 80s, but when I was a kid, were those, because that's what I got every year, those really cheap kind of plasticky, it's like a tunic that fits it. It's not form fitting at all. It's like you're wearing just like a trash bag that looks like a Batman costume, and then you get like the plastic little elastic thing you pull over your face that you just sweat in. But those are the best. I mean, that's a legit Halloween costume to me.
Oh yeah.
And then there was a bunch of years that I went as a hobo, but you know, to be honest, it was actually like my school clothes. But they just said, "Oh, you're a hobo." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah. You just put the stick over your shoulder with the little hanky, and then that made the costume. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Mom, I don't want to wear this again. They thought it was a costume.
Here, let me
Rich,
smudge
why-
your face. Now get out there.
Rich, why aren't you wearing those clothes anymore to school that I bought you? That's funny. No, Rich, mine was really similar. I mean, you know, my mom would take us to the store, and they had like all of the costumes hanging up on these little hanger racks in a package, like a plastic package. They were all like folded together in the size of a square, and with the little mask draped over the front. And I was like, same with me, man. Batman was that was one of my favorites when I was younger. And same thing, the sweaty mask that was sticking to you by the end of the day. And I was always bummed because I would, be playing on the playground and the little elastic would break, and I'd be and I'd be trying to put it back in, and I'd break the little hole that it was in was broken, and I'd have to get some tape. I'd come home by the end of the day, and there'd be like tape and everything on the side of it, and I'd have to wear it that night, when I went out, and my parents would have to fix it for me. But gosh, yes, I mean, it was just the back was open so they could see, all your, if you wore clothes or whatever, your shorts. The whole back was wide open. So, and I wouldn't put a coat on because I didn't want it to mess up my, my costume and my cape. So, yeah, good times, man.
We need to bring those old school masks back.
Just to piggyback off of Tony and Rich, like when I remember I had the Frankenstein mask.
Yeah.
Okay. My brother was a werewolf. Well, the day before Halloween, we both get chicken pox. Cannot go out and trick or treat. So my mom's like, "Well, you can wear the costumes around the house, but you put that on that mask on your face when you have chicken pox all over it, just seared. It hurts so bad." So I didn't even get to wear the Frankenstein mask, but my older brother and older sister went out and trick-or-treated for us and brought us all the candy home.
Oh, that's good.
So that was pretty awesome.
That's really nice.
Good siblings.
Hey, fun fact, Jimmy, when I got chicken pox, I got them all in my feet.
Oh, what?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. All of
None
them. None on my face, none on nowhere, just feet.
Oh,
Dang, lucky. But that would have been like kind of torture too, though.
Couldn't walk, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, gee. All my brothers and sisters, we all got it at the same time, like within days apart. I guess that's normal, but yeah. I just, my go-to was always a cowboy. Like that was just like, because I had the stuff, I had chaps and I had spurs and I had a cowboy hat and just what I would do. It's like, but you'd think you'd get sick of it after. But no, I like that. Yeah. I mean, there are a couple times we got the mask things. I think I still wear a cowboy hat, but
that's awesome.
Whatever it was, Chippendale or whatever.
Wait,
Dracula.
Dracula cowboy. Frankenstein cowboy.
Whatever. Turn anything to a cowboy. Yeah.
I think in high school I actually wore your chaps and it took a rope and all that.
Oh yeah.
For Halloween one year.
Yeah, Jimmy, but you tried to wear the chaps with nothing underneath. You're just like
I wanted to do Chippendales too.
Jimmy.
That's a different podcast. Right?
Like, no, Jimmy, can't do that. Yeah, no.
That's awesome.
Oh man, anybody else, Dusty?
No, I had the Batman too, and I think the one I had a utility belt as well. It wasn't just the
you got the highbrow one.
Yeah, and then I do remember one. It was supposed to be like a race car driver. I don't know, like Speed Racer or something, but the mask looked kind of feminine. Like the lips were kind of pink and stuff. So we took a marker and tried to draw a mustache on it to make a little.
That's funny. You'd show up to school in that Batman, and everybody in the class had the same one on because they only made one. I didn't have a utility belt. Mine was it was on the costume itself, but that's pretty fancy, Dustin.
There's some kid in the back ripping his Frankenstein mask off, going, "I wanted to be Batman."
Is that you, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Jimmy, was yours the green one? Like, was the face green?
Yeah.
I remember that one. The hair was all like kind of a little square.
Oh yeah.
On the mask. Yeah, that was good. Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Did
Remember
you
that
guys
big-
have the buckets, or were you a pillowcase kid? I was always a pillowcase kid.
I started out with the bucket, Rich, but then I soon realized that I can't fit as much candy in those little tiny buckets, So,
Yeah.
and I don't want to run back home and take the chance of, Dad and Mom saying, "Hey, it's time to come in. It's getting a little late,"
Yeah.
So I went with the pillowcase eventually.
Pillowcase.
Rich.
Yeah,
Just
I
made
think
more
I was too.
Made more
Yeah.
sense.
Well, but so what kind of candy was your favorite?
Oh, geez.
What kind of candy you put in that you just got so excited you opened the pillowcase and you're like, yes. Jimmy, what was yours?
Okay, so growing up in a trailer park in the 70s, there was no shortage of my favorite candy, which is the peanut butter nougat kind of thing in the black or orange wrapper. You can
Oh,
get
yeah, I
like
know exactly what you're
250
talking
pieces
about.
for like $3.
I don't know.
A little bit of white trash candy there, but
Oh yeah, that was my favorite, man. I was white trash through and through, man. I'd trade my brother for he'd give me a Snickers and he'd give me his black and orange candy.
What was that called? I want to find that now. I can't remember. I know exactly.
And it wasn't
what you're talking
Reese's.
about.
It wasn't
No, it was
Reese's.
just
No.
peanut butter
Yes. It was just, yeah.
It's like
I remember.
hard peanut butter or something.
with a little bit of the nuts in it, and it was
yeah.
it's delicious.
Oh wow.
Yeah. We'll have to find that.
It was almost like a nougat. But
but hard, right? Wasn't it harder?
Yeah.
Or
And if it was a little bit older, the wrapper would stick to the peanut butter, so you just have to wait until it kind of softens so you can pull the paper out of it.
Do you guys remember like certain houses you would go to and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I want to go." You'd like kind of wait to want to circle back because they had great candy there. But other ones, like you'd have the one dude with dirty fingernails that just had a big bucket full of the candy corn, and he would just grab he'd reach his dirty fingernails into, and then he'd put like one or two candy corns. And as soon as I get home, I'd just toss those things. I'm like,
oh no, see, Tony, that's party foul. I love candy corn.
Oh,
Ugh,
Yeah,
the
even though
worst candy ever.
Yeah. No, I would eat like the very top part, and then I'd eat the bottom part, and then
Dude, Liz was just telling me that she did the
Really?
same exact thing, and she loves
you
it.
try
I
and
was
get
like,
all the
oh, but
one
she used to
color
have the
off?
top and then the middle, and then like, oh,
Yeah.
And then you put the
yeah.
white part on the bottom of your tooth to make it look like other teeth. Right?
Yeah.
Such a weirdo, man.
wow.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that and caramel apples remind me of Halloween. I love caramel apples. Do you guys like caramel apples?
I do, but you know,
Really?
what's weird is, do you guys remember there would always be some sort of news report like, oh, some psychos putting glass or razor blades in the
Yeah.
In
apples or whatever.
apples,
So whenever
yeah.
I'd get anything like that, I was so mad. My mom would go, nope, I got to cut
Yep.
it up and look through it. And I'd be like, Mom, I don't want I just want to eat it whole with the stick in it. And she'd be like, no. I'd get so mad.
Gotta take them to get X-rayed.
Yeah.
What like why?
What is
They
that?
say things were so bad, so bad now, and back then they were so safe. But you don't see anybody X-raying candy now. What happened? I mean,
They figured out that
so
was
early.
just like a
Big
urban
hoax.
legend.
Yeah.
Just somebody said it sometime and scare their kid or whatever.
Yeah, I
But
used
we
to
had
have
a-
5 brothers, so
There you go.
that's real.
it's really. Oh, sorry, Rich.
No. Or how about those like Rice Krispie treats? Like, I don't want somebody's home cooking, for Halloween. Just give me a candy bar.
Well,
Oh,
in
that's
the
even
trailer
too
park,
bad.
there was an old lady that lived on the corner, and she was safe to eat her. She'd give us popcorn balls,
Oh, I did like popcorn balls.
but my parents were like, "Oh, we know her. We've known her for years. You're good."
Do you ever
We
get
had a
those
dip-
wax lips?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
What
Those
is
were
that?
awesome.
What is that?
Just
for?
to put them on, man.
yeah.
Really?
Well, like,
I
didn't
thought
they
you were
have
supposed to
other
eat 'em.
wax things that had juice in
No,
them?
I
Like,
don't think you
Yeah.
do, Jimmy. I don't think
no,
you
you
eat them.
did. They're like flavored, right?
Yeah.
No.
I think
you
I
bite
did.
them and then you drink the juice out of them.
Yeah,
right?
there's juice. Oh, they like the bottles. They had the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
those too.
Yeah, and you take the top off and you squish them, and then
That
you
was
chew it a
the
little bit.
junk candy too. She always got wax in your mouth, so you're no.
So weird. Whack
Weird.
candy.
Dusty, what about you? Did you have a favorite?
I like
you would-
maybe because you can't find it other than around Halloween, was the flavored Tootsie Rolls.
Okay.
They had like the cherry and orange and lime.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. I'm a simpleton purist. I just can't. It's got to be Tootsie or no, straight up Tootsie, man.
Why are you taking such a hard stand, man?
I'm sorry. I
Get
don't like
all
when people
serious.
mess
You-
with something like that.
That's going to be a shirt in our merch store shortly. I'm straight up Tootsie.
Yeah. There you go.
Straight up Tootsie.
Did you guys take in when you'd get home? Would you like empty them all, like empty your pillowcase out and spread it all out, and you and
Oh yeah.
your siblings would go through it and be like trade and be like, oh,
Yeah.
this is so odd. Look,
Hell
I
yeah.
got. Oh, I love doing that. That was so fun.
If
We always
you're
had
the
this
oldest,
game.
you don't trade, you just take.
Yeah, that's true. That's
So then
true.
there was always that one person you'd be searching through your candy and you'd see like a free cone from McDonald's. You're like, throw it to the side. I'm never going to use that.
We had a dentist in our neighborhood, and I always thought the guy was such a smart ass. He'd hand out toothbrushes every year, and I'd be
Oh
like,
yeah.
bro, that's the last thing a kid wants is a
Yeah, come
toothbrush.
on.
I egged that guy's house later because I was just so irritated giving out toothbrushes on.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
Well, do you guys? So we got to keep our candy back in the day, and okay, I'm gonna throw my wife a little bit under the bus. I'm sorry, but she gives the kids. Okay, no, sorry. We give the kids the one night to eat the candy, and then if you don't eat it, then the rest gets taken, and then but she'll pay for it. We'll pay for it and pay the kids. But I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
I don't like it, Ryan.
I
That's
don't like
not
it.
good. That's not
No.
good at all.
I would have had the
Shameful.
biggest. If I was your kid, I would have had the biggest stomach ache because I would have said, "I'm eating all of this stuff tonight."
Yeah, that's
I
what
would
they
have
do.
been sick.
Exactly. They
Yeah.
try to eat as much as they can so that mom and dad doesn't take it in the morning. Yeah. So yeah.
Roll Jonah around a little bit. He's just in a diabetic coma. He'll be all right.
That's right.
Jesse's over in the corner. All your kids, hey, they got.
It's
See,
so
we
bad.
threatened our kids with the candy. Like they would be straight up like doing their homework. Like
Yeah.
you would just give them a couple. Do your homework, and I'll give you a couple pieces of candy.
No,
just like
100%.
clean your
Just
room.
leverage
There's a
them.
couple pieces of candy. Just and then that lasted until Santa was around. So
There you go.
Jimmy and
Well,
Sue
our kids-
leveraging the kids at an early age. I like it.
there you
Jimmy.
go.
Yeah, our kids were like candy alcoholics because they stashed the candy so mom wouldn't take it. And like you find it under the toilet and like
Yeah.
the toilet tank, like candy stashed there. You find it everywhere, like these stashes of candy.
That would have
So,
been in my weed stash. Okay, kidding. Sort of.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So it's not a good thing, but I just remember the heaps of candy. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe my imagination has gotten better, but I just remember so much candy like that you could never eat, but I did.
Oh yeah.
I think we had the opposite down there in the trying to trick or treat in the valley. The houses were so spread apart.
Exhausted.
Yeah, we'd walk like 2
you
streets.
all forget the next house.
My dad would drive the car. We would be out walking. He wouldn't even be walking with us. He'd be in the car following along.
Yeah.
And yeah, 2 streets and we're done.
Oh my god.
You got to come down to Willow Valley Estates. The houses are a little
Yeah.
closer together down there. Dustin.
Yeah.
Where I grew up, it was all houses, and like there was like a couple apartments, but that's where we head towards. Like the apartments, you could just rapid fire knocking on
Yeah.
doors and just load it up. But
Right.
nowadays, it's a little different. It's like all apartments.
Yeah.
Strategic.
Oh,
Rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bang for your buck.
Well, Richie, is it that time?
Yes. Dang, that's loud. It's time to get to know the floppers. And the best part about Halloween is all the scary movies that are scheduled during the holidays. So I asked the boys, what horror movie frightened you the most as a youngster? Let's try to guess who chose which movie. So here we go. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
First movie. Somebody chose Phantasm.
Oh my God, that's a scary movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
that was a good one.
I'm gonna say Rich.
Me too.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna say Richard.
Okay. Tony, would you say Rich?
I would say Dusty.
Okay. Votes are in. It's Tony.
Tony.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. How old were you when you saw that, Tony?
So I think that movie came out in around 79, but I didn't see it till 80. I was in 7th grade. We were going to Mojave Valley Junior High School, and I'm telling you, that movie, I had nightmares for years after
That
I
big
saw
dude that was carrying
Yeah.
the casket. Oh,
Yes, by
no,
Yes.
himself.
man.
Like
Picked the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
casket up and put it in the back, and
Yeah. Oh,
dude.
scared the. I don't know why. I've
Yeah,
seen all of them
yeah.
too, and the Freddy Kruegers and all of those, Jason, and that one just scared the daylights out of me. I mean, the dude walking through the mausoleum, that little silver ball
Yeah.
that would come and it just hit them and then it'd start drilling into their head, and it was just like, and that dude was scary looking. I forget
Yeah.
what the villain's name was, Grim or something like that. It was like something I forget. It was just a scary name too, and dude, that movie,
Dang,
it did a
yeah.
number. It did a number on
I
me.
forgot
I
about that
literally,
one.
yeah.
I
Dude.
really, and then when he said it, I got like a chill down my spine. Like that was
Yeah.
scary. That was a scary movie.
Yeah, dude, and to be like 12 years old and to see that, it was like, bro, I literally remember one night laying in my bed and my mind was so worked up, I thought I saw the dude in my closet and I like closed the door. I was freaking out. I was making stuff happen inside my head. That movie messed me up. So
Yeah.
yeah.
As I remember, it had like some fantastical kind of like really bad cutscenes at the end. Like, they didn't have any special effects that were worth anything, but it was all really trippy. Like the big guy, and I don't know.
And there was a kid that was in it, and he was probably a little older than junior high, and he was riding his motorcycle, and that dude came out, and it was just like, I think I envisioned myself in that kid, and I don't know what it was. My imagination was going crazy. And, we all had, we all of us had pretty vivid imaginations back then because we had just, we had to keep ourselves entertained with our imagination a lot of times, and that just made it even worse for me, man. That was, that was scary.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like scary stuff at all.
None?
No, I don't. So this is gonna be scary. This is gonna be scary for me, this episode, Richie. And so can you come over after? Because I'm really getting scared.
Something about mortuaries
behind
too,
you.
like
That seriously scares me. Sounds like someone opening my door. That freaks me out. Okay. So
Very good.
Let's not get in great detail about the scary stuff, okay?
Okay, Mary.
Ryan, when you turn your light off, and Ryan's gonna sleep with his light on in his hotel room tonight.
My light on now. Hate scary stuff. Ugh.
All right, next up, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Well,
That's a scary
I
movie.
hated that movie so bad.
That had a lot of jump scares in it, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of stars.
What's a dream? Yeah, right.
Yeah. Mr. Sandman, I cannot listen to that anymore.
Yeah.
Let me say Ryan.
Say Jimmy.
I think it was Jimmy.
That gets Ryan.
I'll go Ryan.
Answer is Dusty.
Dusty.
Hey,
Dusty.
scared you.
And there's one other. Pick the same movie.
A twofer.
A twofer.
Jimmy.
Yep.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
I did not like that movie. Yeah, I'm sure.
I've
mean,
seen
you
them
don't even
all.
have to-
I've seen them all, and I'm
How many were there?
5 or 6.
Oh,
But
dang. I didn't realize that. They all
The
blended
original
together.
was the best, though,
yeah.
100%.
just because it was different. You didn't have
Yeah.
the one guy chasing the kids through the forest or whatever. He showed up in your dreams. That was next level.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
that's next level.
That's the kind of stuff that messes with me.
Yeah.
They're trying not to sleep, and of
Yeah.
course they're like fall. Oh yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah.
That was very original.
Huh.
Liked it. All right, next up,
There's
Poltergeist.
2 left.
2 left. Somebody picked Poltergeist.
That movie was. Ooh, I think I put that second on my list because that was some scary stuff. That remember the guy in Poltergeist 2? He like stopped the little girl while she was shopping. She kind of got removed from her mom, and he was like holding her hands, and he looked like he was really tall, and he looked dead already.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm gonna say Rich.
Oh, let me
I'm gonna
share
say
the other one
Ryan.
since there's only 2 left.
Oh,
Friday
okay.
the 13th is the other one.
Ooh.
Somebody
I'm
picked
gonna say
Friday
that's
the 13th.
Ryan.
Ryan's Poltergeist, Rich's Friday the 13th.
That's my guess too.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the
Oh, that-
opposite, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's correct. Was Friday the 13th in the 80s or the 70s? I didn't even look.
I think the first one was late
I thought it was
70s.
80s.
Yeah.
I thought it was, but I don't know.
I
But
love
yeah,
Friday the 13th.
the static on TV. Oh, I just don't even
Oh.
do that to me. That's scary stuff.
That was
Like
scary.
that's all you have to do is put the static on the TV, and then I'm freaked out by it. I don't like it.
That was
Huh.
mind bender.
I don't know.
Rich, stop that.
Sorry about that.
Not like that.
But didn't the end of the first Friday the 13th, when you thought it was over,
Yeah.
I was still pretty young, and I was like, "Oh, this is the ending," and then like the green kid from the lake comes up and pulls her under. Dude, that rocked
Yes.
my psyche.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tinkled on myself a little bit when I first saw that.
I did not like that either.
You know-
That was wrong.
You know
Too
what
much.
really scares me though? Like,
Carny folk.
no, like, yeah, they do.
Carnival
They
rides?
do. Yeah, no, but Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, you guys. But no, the kidnapper guy, the guy with the long nose and puts the kids in the little cart in the jail. That happened in the 70s, but that stayed with me. I do not like that guy. I mean, he creeped me out. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
He was
I
so
don't.
minor to me that I forgot him.
He's minor. Like he went around kidnapping kids, and he
I
put them in
remember
the cage. It was terrible. You guys know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
What?
No.
I don't think I've ever
seen.
seen Chitty Chitty Bang Bang except like the
It's a
song.
Disney
I've
movie,
heard.
isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's a Disney movie, but it had that creepster in it. I'm surprised you guys don't remember that guy.
The other movie that freaked me out that was, I don't know if you would call it a horror movie, but it scared the crap out of me was The Shining. The
Oh, yeah.
Shining wrecked me when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't get through that one.
Dude, Stanley Kubrick he did a good job with that.
I thought that was just more weird than scary.
Yeah, that's a psychological one for sure. No
Yeah.
jump scares really, but
Yeah.
But at the end, when he really flips,
Yes.
that's when it gets scary.
Yeah. Here's Johnny.
Yeah.
And then the maze, the whole maze scene.
Yeah, oh,
freaked me out,
man.
too. The little girls on the tricycles going down the
Oh,
hallway. dude.
I did.
Creepy.
No,
It was just creepy.
I don't like that.
you know what scared me more in that movie than those examples you gave?
The
What?
big mask.
No, when he went into that room,
Yeah.
the hotel room,
They had Halloween masks
and
on.
he saw the
Oh,
thingies,
no.
and I was like,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, the lady in the bathtub.
yeah. But she wasn't old to begin with.
No.
Anyways.
man. That's scary.
That's a good movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's scary. But I had a oh man, I had this scary. I know we're not talking about scary stories, but I just have to tell you this one. In Hawaii, we were in our house in Kailua, and my wife and I could see the kids' bedroom. So it was like my son's shared room, and then Hayden, and then so their girls' room and the boys' room, and we were lying in bed and we could see them, and I saw Jesse get up from the boys' room and go into Hayden's room, and like, Jesse, what are you doing? It's like, so I go into Hayden's room, and right after he walked in, and I looked in there, and he was not in there. Like, my hair stood up on end. I got so freaked out. I went in their room, and Jesse was sound asleep in his original room. He never got up. And I said, he had red shirt on and white shorts. I'll never forget it. And my wife was like, Ryan, you're freaking yourself out. That didn't happen. It's like, I was ready to call my bishop. I was like, get someone in here that's going to take care of this poltergeist stuff. Oh my gosh. It was so freaky. I still have no explanation for it. I'm hoping that I was just like dozing off a little enough where I made it up in my mind, but I don't know. That scares me stuff.
Your mind was playing tricks on you, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
I gotta tell a scary story also really quick.
Okay. Yes. Go for it.
Dusty, when me and you were living in Vegas, do you remember the scary story in our apartment?
No,
I was
Prostitute overdosed.
not that one.
Not that one.
How'd you guys end up getting rid of her?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, all right, that's for another podcast.
Dusty sound like he's in the mafia. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
More about it.
I was in the kitchen cleaning dishes, and it was either you or your brother were in the living room. I mean, it's like an arm's distance away.
Yeah.
And I'm cleaning dishes, and I'm putting stuff into the cupboard, and to my left, I see a glass slide all the way across the counter on its own, and I step back, and I was totally freaked out. I'm like, holy shit, did you see that? Do you remember any of that, Dust? It could have been your
No.
brother. It could have been Jared. He might have been there. But anyways,
Well, if you were Jared, maybe there was something else that was making you see things.
Oh, I don't think. But it took me like a good 30 minutes to figure out that the entire kitchen counter was wet. It was just at an angle, and I set it on there, and the glass was just sliding across on its own. But in the moment, it was like, I don't know what, I'd like totally flipped my lid. But that was a scary story.
I like happy endings like that, where you just know why it happened.
Yep. No ghosts.
No ghosts.
All right. Well, thank you guys. You did a good job. That was Get to Know the Flophouse crew. I'm going to hand it back to Ryan. Take it away, buddy.
Yeah. So let's talk about costume fails. I know we've all had them, right? We've all had them. And I'll just kick it off with it was a more recent costume fail. And it wasn't really a fail. It was kind of 50-50. I had a hoverboard. It was a kid's hoverboard, and I dressed up like a ghost. And it looked awesome, actually, because I could cruise down the street, and I had my sheet flowing in the wind, and it looked like I was hovering. It was so cool until the sheet got caught in the wheel.
That is so Ryan.
That did not end well at all, because you take an abrupt stop and you boom. If I had an Apple Watch, it would have gone off and called me and said, make it call 911, man. But up until that point, that was a winner. So, but it ended in a failure.
Should have cut that sheet a little shorter, Ryan.
I know.
A little shorter.
Yeah. How about you guys? What's your fails?
So one year, me and a bunch of the neighbor kids decided we wanted to be Kiss, the rock band, back in the day, and so I wanted to be Gene Simmons. So my mom was kind enough she went out and bought all the makeup and paint, and she patiently sat down and did every single one of the Kiss members: Ace Frehley, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, and Peter Criss. And she did all of the makeup. She did it fabulous, and it was awesome. But it happened to be, usually the October nights out here in California are nice. They're like low 70s, high 60s. It's fall. It's perfect weather usually. Well, this particular year that we did it, it happened to be warm. And so we're out, and we're about, probably about a quarter of a way into our evening, and we're sweating because we're running from house to house. We're excited, and the makeup starts to like drip into our eyes. And it wasn't like, eye-friendly makeup. So our eyes were burning. By the end of the night, dude, we're rubbing my eyes. Gene Simmons, I look like just a black and white mess. The makeup's all over, and my eyes are like just on fire. And
Just
I'm
metallic paint in your eyes.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Exactly. And I think we were in 4th or 5th grade, so it was. But I was just trying to power through it because I wanted that candy, man. And I knew if I went in, the night was over. And so I'd say trick or treat. I was like almost crying as I got my candy. And they're like, what? You can see the people looking, they're like, what is this kid, man?
He's a mess.
Yeah. So that was my Halloween.
Oh, dang.
I can look back at it on fondness now and laugh. It's a great memory, but at the time it was sheer torture, man.
Oh, jeez. Oh my goodness.
Well, my
About that
costume.
Go ahead.
Dustin.
I was say about that same time, probably like 5th grade. I too wanted to be Gene Simmons,
Nice.
and my mom wasn't as accurate in the makeup as it sounds like your mom was. So I don't think I looked anything like Gene Simmons. Nobody
the budget paint job.
Yeah, nobody that answered the door knew what I was supposed to be.
That's awesome.
Hey, are you the Falconer? Oh, that's cute.
Some sort of alien.
Hey, look, we have a ghoul.
Are you a hobo?
A Rorschach test.
Oh, Dusty.
I don't know if mine's really a fail. It was just I had a really insensitive Halloween costume one time because I was in college. No excuse, but I was dirt poor. And I put like a cardboard box on, and I put little wheels on it, and I had flashlights I used as headlights. So it was kind of cool. It was like a car on me. But then I was like, okay, I'll like be a drunk driver, and it was so bad. So bad.
Oh my
Like my shirt was buttoned crooked and stuff. Like I was all messed up, and
just running people down. Oh my god!
Funny though.
yeah, I was like in the fraternity house. There's like a really skinny hallway, so everybody was laughing. Oh, that's so funny. But now I'm like, what a jerk.
Oh my god!
So it was a fail from just a not being a good person perspective.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
That would be even more of a fail now.
Oh yeah.
That's terrible.
Jimmy, how about
I'm
you?
not even laughing.
This was when I was in my mid-20s. We got invited to a 70s party kind of thing. So we went to Salvation Army, and I bought some bell bottoms. You know what? The party is like a week away. So for some reason, I must put on some poundage because like you could see everything in those bell bottoms. They were so tight. I had to like keep my shirt untucked just to cover my stuff because I'm like, what do I do? And my wife's like, you got to wear those. So
everybody thought Jimmy was a 70s porn star.
Right.
Dirk Diggler.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't even know who that is. Thank goodness. Wow, Jimmy. Do you have any pictures?
No.
Please no, Jimmy.
No. I didn't
good.
want to be in pictures. No.
Too bad you still didn't have your hernia back then. That would have been awesome.
Oh, that would have been sweet.
Yeah. Well, what are you guys' plans for this Halloween? We're getting up on it, guys.
Yeah.
Coming up this week. Wait, no, next week.
Yeah, next Tuesday.
Yeah.
My kids are going to be at get together, so I'm
Oh.
kind of undecided whether I'm going to turn off all the lights or actually go out and hand out some candy. I'm kind of on the fence.
Just put the bucket outside the door. Take one, please.
That always works well.
One only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen the one where they put the bucket out. Have you seen that going around where it's like shocks you if the kids take it? So it's an honor system. And if the kids pick it up to take it, it shocks them. So that'd be fun to watch. Kidding. Don't do that. Terrible.
So we have we have kind of a tradition every year. We dress up and we go play golf. So it's kind of fun. You see all the different costumes. They have, foursomes that tee off all have various costumes. So this year, I went online and I got me a caddy costume. So I'm going to be a caddy. It's all zipped up, and I got it special made in the back. It says Flophouse on the back. So
Oh, dude.
I'll have to get a picture for you guys.
Yeah, see a picture of that.
Nice.
Yeah,
Right on.
I've got one of those Augusta ones where it's all white with the green hat, and I got in the back, I got the name patch. It says Flophouse on it, so it'll be fun.
Sweet.
That's
Awesome.
We thought it would be kind of fun though to troll some people not on Halloween and us show up to this. There's this one golf course we play at, and it's a municipal golf course, and it's just a trashy golf course. It's got like mats and like show up and like me be a caddy, and my kids are like, that'd be so funny, Dad. Like show up and they pair us up with somebody else, and you're our caddy, and you like give us a club, and like the other people are looking like, why is there a caddy at this crappy course? Us arguing, no, I think that's a 7-iron. No, it's an 8-iron here, and I hold up the little quiet sign, quiet, please.
Perfect.
And I start yelling at the other golfers.
Oh, that would be so good.
We were having fun with it. So, yeah, I think that's gonna be that's my go-to costume. So if I pass up, I'll just slap it on and find out candy at the door with that.
awesome.
I think we're gonna go trunk or treating at church. At the church, they have a little trunk or treat thing. Then we're gonna do regular trick or treating. But I like giving out candy, so I'm excited about that. I'm gonna grab our snake, wrap it around my neck, and then give out candy. And then, I think
Kids are like, I don't want to go to that guy's house.
Snake man.
Those trunk or treats are cool though, Ryan. We have them at our church too. It's like
Yeah.
hundreds and hundreds
They're
of cars with the trunks open, just full
Yeah.
of candy. Those are a blast.
Yeah.
Ryan's kid knows they're on a time limit, so they're just shoveling candy in their
Oh, yeah.
mouths as soon as they get in the car. Just like all you can hear is wrappers. Boom, boom.
Now, Ryan, does your youngest one have that same thing on her now at this point, or is you
Yeah,
guys just
she does. Yeah. That hasn't been lifted. So,
Wow.
yeah, I know it's hard. I'm a strict parent.
Yeah,
Ryan, after you buy it back from her, do you take the candy and then eat it in front of them every
Oh,
night?
absolutely.
You just gnaw on something just right in front of them?
Absolutely.
like
My candy now.
yeah,
Mine.
Do you guys see those episodes with who's the talk show host where he asked parents to film their kids and pretend that you ate all their candy, and then you film the kids' reaction. Did you guys see
Yeah.
that?
Oh,
Jimmy
yeah.
Kimmel. Yeah.
Jimmy
those
Kimmel,
are
yeah,
awesome.
Kimmel. Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Meltdown.
It's so mean though. How about you and you guys, the rest of you guys? What's your plan?
I already talked about it last episode. We were just gonna sit out at the end of the driveway and
Oh yeah, that's right.
bonfire and
Yeah,
have some drinks, and that's about it.
that's good times, Jimmy.
Do you have one of those little wood burners you put out there in front of you? And
Yeah.
that's
Nice.
awesome. That's like what
That's fun.
I might do if we do anything.
It's fun.
Well, the homeowners association in Scottsdale, they frown on that, Richie.
Not my neighborhood.
Having a fire.
Nope.
Fire in your front yard.
So I have like purple houses on my block too because we don't have one. Like, damn.
They do serve a purpose sometimes.
For sure.
But you, Dust, what's your plans?
Huh?
You're watching the series, aren't you? Is the World Series on Halloween?
Well, now I'm torn. Yeah, because usually I go over to my son's house. It's my daughter-in-law's birthday, and go out with the kids and hang out with them. So yeah, I might have to just stay home and turn the lights off and watch the game. Although a
pretty
lot of
interesting.
years it was the Suns home opener too. So I remember being out with the kids, and while they're getting candy, I'm like looking through the door at people's TVs trying to see what the score is.
Dusty, I have the perfect costume for you. You get a lazy chair, put it on wheels, and have a little portable TV with you, and then people just push you around while you watch the game. Win-win.
there you go.
That
Solves
sounds
all the problems.
That's right.
It's only a few years away anyway, so
Well, yeah.
Oh.
I heard for the World Series this year, there's no California teams. I just thought I'd bring that up really quick.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Or East Coast.
Yeah. Texas and
Sorry,
Arizona. A little Southwestern.
I have no idea who's in it.
What was that, Tony?
Thanks, Rich. Appreciate that.
It's the Rangers.
Stick that knife in a little further, Rich.
Thought you'd
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah, appreciate it.
My boss is a big Dodgers fan. So today he's like, yeah, I was looking at maybe getting tickets, but I think I'll just stay at home. And I almost went, oh, like your team?
Oh, yes, that would have been good.
Yikes.
I held back.
Yeah.
That was nice of you, Dusty. What happened to you, Dust? The old you would have never held back.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Telling you.
It's soft in your old age, Dusty.
Well, Richie, it's about that time.
I think it probably is.
The other time.
Guys, we're going to start with the mailbag. Time for the mailbag. Still don't
my
have
favorite
lyrics
part.
to that. Yeah.
Is that
That's
Barry
my favorite
White?
part right there. I like it.
Sounds like
it
Barry
was.
White.
It does sound
Sure.
very White, yeah. Or Luther Vandross.
There you go.
Vandross.
So, pretty light mailbag, but it's going to be a little rough for some of us, I think. So just hold on. Just hold on. First up, and again, thank you for our listeners to send in this feedback.
Appreciate it.
We have out at Count Chocolate on Instagram writes, if you guys were Halloween treats, Rich would be a chunky bar, Dustin would be sour nerds, Ryan would be a homemade trail mix, and Tony would be a bachelorette penis lollipop. Jimmy would be 5 pennies wrapped in aluminum foil.
I guess that's fun.
Man,
Oh, that's
thanks, Count, but
Yeah.
ouch, chunky
Yeah.
bar.
Every
Really?
inch counts.
okay. I feel really bad about myself right now.
Trail mix is healthy, right? Don't worry.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
All right.
Funny.
Joey's Chestnuts at Gmail writes, if hot dog water was a person, it'd be Dusty. There was an exclamation mark on that too. So, wow.
Wow. Isn't that what those eating contests? Do they dip the hot dogs in a little bit of water
Yes.
before they put them down their throat?
Yeah.
Yep.
Choke it down, Dusty. Choke it down, baby.
All right.
You guys ought to
Next
try
up-
that tonight, Rich, when you go see Ryan at his hotel room. Dip the hot dog
The
in the
Dunkin'?
water and see how many you guys can.
Yeah,
Little hot
that's
dog
okay.
eating contest. No,
Yeah.
not a fan.
Yeah. No.
Not a fan of ground up.
We're going to meet
Too
in
sick.
a mutually exclusive location just to keep things safe. Hot Glamper at Yahoo writes, loving the full shows on YouTube. I think Tony believes he could do a survival show, but his idea of roughing it is a 20-foot RV without Wi-Fi or a shitter.
100%. That person's got me down.
Excuse me on that.
That's,
May have to bleep.
yeah, that's hardcore, right?
This week. Okay.
That was a good one.
Just, I need to gather myself a little bit. At Jeff Golden Bezos on Instagram writes, Ryan once spent his quarterly bonus.
Okay. We can stop right there. I'm sure you don't need to go on.
Somebody else may have to read this. Wow, I'm losing it. Ryan once spent his quarterly bonus entirely on Candy Crush credits. Sweet. Wow.
Stop.
Candy
I've
Crush.
never even played the game, so
Oh,
they're so wrong. No.
Next up, basically at Gmail writes, I heard Richie opining about going back to college after touring ASU last week. Too bad his restraining order hasn't been lifted for public spaces in Maricopa County. That's a good point.
The past catches up with you, Rich.
100%. Dumpy Your Old Men at Mindspring writes, can you guys please hold an intervention for Ryan regarding his outdoor activities? One more bike wreck or diving accident, he'll be in hospice care long term.
I bet my wife wrote that one.
Yep.
They have an unfair insight, don't they?
Yeah.
A couple more. Sailor Twift at Gmail writes, love you, Flophouse crew. How do I get Dusty's phone number? I hate football. That was Sailor Twift, you guys.
Interesting.
So some positive stuff.
Yeah.
I like it. And then last one, we actually have from one of our other podcasts that we know, from Smartless Podcast. Hi, Flophouse crew. You know that your podcast's new episodes are hurting your celebrity friends at SAG-AFTRA, right? Signed, Disappointed. And that's Sean, Will, and Jason. So
Wow.
Smartless Podcast. Quick shout out. Thank you,
Wow.
guys.
That's nice.
So that's all the mailbag this week, guys. Thank you for everybody listening in. Keep that feedback coming at hello@the80sflophousePodcast.com. Thanks for listening in, and we'll see you all on the flop side.
All right. See you guys.
The 80s Flophouse Podcast.